You've obviously been with Kronk for a long time. DaVelle's come up in the Kronk gym. What made you start training him and be in his corner for this fight?
I can remember, well, being with Kronk, I was kind of like born into Kronk. Emmanuel being my uncle, Emmanuel Steward, and me just being around him as a kid, going to the gym when Tommy Hearns, Milton McCory, Jimmy Paul, those guys were amateurs, riding along with them, going to different tournaments and stuff. So it's just been something that I've always been a part of and enjoyed being around because it was like family. So those guys are like big brothers to me. And I just took what I saw them doing into what I do as training fighters. And I had a big amateur team in the 90s and 2000s, and DaVelle was part of that team. In the 2000s, later 2000s, he was the smallest guy in the gym. And he's always been around the fighters like Andy Lee, Jonathan Banks, even when the other guys came in, Chad Dawson, Adonis Stevenson, he came around those guys and he's been watching those guys his whole life and being a part of it. So naturally for me training him, it's not a big thing because we're all in the same gym training together anyway. His trainer originally is Angel, and Angel sent him to me, kind of a back and forth thing. So Angel sent him to me when Angel couldn't train him. And then I had to go away just recently when I started training Tyson Fury, and then I couldn't train DaVelle, and so he went back with Angel, and now me and DaVelle are back again. So it's just been the Kronk family and everybody just supporting each other and trying to make everybody better. And I'm just excited for DaVelle because he's like one of the last little ones, one of the last of the Kronk fighters that was there, before Emmanuel passed away in 2012. So it's exciting to be back home in Detroit. I was training DaVelle down in Delray Beach, Florida, and just being able to bring him back here to Detroit and showcase him for the talent, the true talent that he does have, it's exciting and it's amazing for me to be here.
Absolutely. You mentioned some of that talent.
And it's amazing to be on the GOAT show. On the GOAT show and then Tony Harrison. So, Emmanuel named Tony Harrison Superbad because of one of Emmanuel's former fighters named Bernard Superbad Mays. And he thought of Tony Harrison the same way. And to be right here in his gym, his hot gym, it's like the old Kronk gym. It's great to be here. I love the heat. I love the atmosphere, everything about it.
Absolutely. It's going to be a great show, especially for DaVelle, being at LCA. You mentioned some of the talent that he has. What is it about his style, that you really feel like, is really a great part of his game and some things that you're also working on as well?
Well, DaVelle was always the shortest guy in the gym when he was little, so he fought more inside and more combinations and things like that. And now he's grown into a 6'2", 170-pound fighter, 168. It's time for him to make a change, and now he's boxing a lot longer, setting up shots, using his jab, setting up the right hand, being in total control. We had some really good sparring down in Florida where he sparred with some top guys. Vladimir Shishkin being one, who was one of my fighters who fought for the IBF 168-pound world championship just recently and lost on a close split decision. He's training with him, and he's happy. He's getting stronger. He's learning so much more. And one of our things we do is slaps. That old game where you play slaps like that, just to get his mind sharp on setting up different things and getting timing and rhythm to set up big knockout punches for his opponent.
Okay, and I saw when I was hearing you while he was working out, you sounded like you were saying a lot about balance in his footwork. Is that another thing that you were kind of focusing on? We obviously know he has the power in his right hand, but is the footwork kind of the next thing to bring it all together as well?
Yes, one of the things that I do work on totally is footwork, and that's because of Emmanuel. Emmanuel told me, work on the basics, and the basics of boxing is footwork and hand positioning and punching properly. That's what sticks in my head what Emmanuel taught me. So I'm working on DaVelle's footwork, getting him upright a little bit more to use his height. If you're a basketball player and you got that height, you want to use that height to protect the goal, to protect the rim and things, block shots. And for DaVelle, I think it's a strong attribute to his game is being able to use his height and his strength and his footwork. He's got very good footwork. And now he's starting to understand the balance and having a bit more fun. So he just warmed up on the bag, and he really got loose now on the bag, just moving freely, setting stuff up off his footwork, and just him being ready, being back home to showcase and show that he's ready to electrify Detroit.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome.